Good morning, Heart for the World Church. This is Anna Villanueva here. It is my privilege to report to you that God is on the move here through you at Heart for the World Church. We want to continue to thank you for serving and helping those in deep need, especially for you giving your very best to those who have the very least. It has been a season where we have been moved to help many who've encountered devastating disasters and losses in the past 6 months. Through our compassion offerings, you've helped victims of the worst typhoon in the history of the Philippines, responded to help one of our families whose house was destroyed by fire. You've helped the family of a fellow pastor here in Las Cruces who suddenly died in a car accident. And you helped to rebuild a community near Davao, Philippines, destroyed by fire. So far, our church has given over $26,000 in the past 6 months for disasters both locally and internationally. Church, will you give yourselves a big hand for being so over-the-top generous and helping those in really huge need? And here's one of our families, Emerson and Belle, who want to share their story.
Today, we're happy to report that we were right afterwards, we were living in a hotel for a few weeks, which was a bit of a tight squeeze, but now we're happy to report that we are living in a rental house, that the land where our house used to stand was completely cleared, and now we are super ready to begin building this site of our brand new house.
Thank you so much from the bottom of your hearts for the prayers and just all the blessings that Heart for the World has given us.
Church, you are a huge part of building Kingdom Kids in Zambia, Africa. You're helping Chris and Heidi Cohn build Kingdom Kids at a place called Isobilo, which means hope. And that's what they're doing. They're bringing hope. It is a ministry that includes a school mentoring program for 90 at-risk kids, 2 shelter homes for orphans, a mobile dental ministry, a health clinic, a home-based pastoral care ministry that helps care for 70 antiretroviral patients, and a kids ministry leadership program that Chris and Heidi are leading to train children's ministers to raise up Kingdom Kids in Zambia. As an example of simple ways that God is using Chris and Heidi to care for the people in Zambia, I wanted you to hear the story of Heidi's birthday. April 6th was Heidi's 35th birthday, and her first birthday that she spent in Zambia. Now, Heidi's favorite holiday of all times is her birthday, and it was a really hard thing for her to have a birthday away from home. And as she was grieving a little bit, just what she's missing out on, she prayed and she asked God to just show her how to be the gift this year. And God brought her this little girl named Patricia. And actually, Patricia is a 14-year-old double orphan at their orphanage in Isobilo. And Heidi and Patricia, they share the same birthday, April 6th. Now, Patricia, her mom died when she was 6 years old, and she told Heidi the story of her very last birthday. She got a doll, and ever since she was 6 years old, she's never had a birthday. And Heidi thought, this is it, I can be the gift. And she invited Patricia over that day on their birthday. They had a huge celebration. Patricia was the queen of the day. She got sunglasses, which is what she's been wanting for years. She had a pool party, a special dinner. She had presents galore. Thank you, church, for holding up their arms in prayer and financial support. Our next compassion offering is May 25th. And we'll be donating that compassion offering to the ministry in Zambia, Africa with Chris and Heidi. So, as you know, we think kids at Heart for the World are the best. They're our heart, our love. We love investing in them and pouring into them. So this summer we're planning so many cool things for our kids, and one we are so excited to tell you about. For the first time ever for Heart for the World, we're taking our kids to superhero training camp.
So it's Cook Canyon Ranch in Ruidoso, New Mexico, 90 acres. My favorite part of taking kids to church camp is when they meet God at the altar. I have just seen God do amazing things at the altar. These kids, after playing all day, they come down to the altar, they give their hearts to Jesus. Many of them are filled with the Holy Spirit.
If you have the heart to sponsor a kid to go to kids camp this year, that would be so awesome. The cost is $160 per kid, and we have quite a few kids that still need a sponsor to get them there to kids camp. We want to especially thank you for making Heart for the World part of your Sunday morning today. We're so happy to have you here. We're so excited to share the love of Jesus with you and help you experience and encounter Jesus, the one who loves you so dearly. So, church, why don't you stand to your feet and prepare your hearts to worship our awesome King.